Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Got Dragged But Still Standing. I'm your host, Stelia Mann. Our next guest may need no introduction, but she's probably going to introduce herself anyways. Here she is.
We have the beautiful GoGo Fetch. Hi, Stelia. Thank you so much for having me today. I am so excited to be here.
Of course. Did you really think I'd leave you out? So let's jump right into it. First things first. How long have you been doing drag?
I've been doing drag this August 10th specifically, will be GoGo's 7th birthday. So I've been doing drag since 2013.
Okay, Miss GoGo, you've been on the scene for a little while. Now, if we can look at the clocks, rewind it just a little bit back to when you first started. What made you want to start doing drag?
GoGo was a way for me as a queer, chunky 20-year-old that just came out, because I came out much later, so I think I was 20 or 21. It was a way for me to find a way into the community. The gay community loves labels, and that doesn't always sit well with young queer people that don't know where they fit in the community. People would still post on their Grindr like mask for mask and, like terrible things like that. No fats, no femmes, no Asians type of bullshit. This is my way of getting through the door and creating a space for myself. So that's why I wanted to start doing drag, really.
I absolutely love that, because even if you look at like the grand scheme of things in history, drag has always been at the forefront of pushing positive change, and to hear it on a more personal level is really interesting, really inspiring. And speaking of inspiring, what inspires your drag?
So cartoons heavily inspire my drag, from Sailor Moon to Jem and the Holograms to Powerpuff Girls. They all have something to do with this persona. My drag is like a combination of a cartoon character, a pin-up lady, and a crazy Catwoman. Like, it is the perfect combination of, a little crazy, a little crazier, and then add some extra crazy on top of it. Yeah.
Well, I personally love your kind of crazy GoGo, but sometimes the world isn't as accepting. Have you ever experienced any pushback because of drag?
So drag has really changed a lot in the past 7 years, for sure. Like, when I started doing drag, I guess the biggest pushback you get from doing drag was dating. Dating was almost impossible. If they figure out that you're a drag queen, they just delete, block, ghost. Other than that, I've been really blessed to be in the makeup industry, and even after the makeup industry, because I've been doing it so long, and because drag has really transformed what people think of when they think of a drag queen, like Drag Race and stuff like that has really changed that opinion. So I would say not as much pushbacks nowadays.
Well, I personally haven't had any luck in the dating world, but I can honestly say that that isn't because of drag, it's just because I suck at it. Anyways, but you were talking about the makeup industry. Is that how you became so good at makeup? Tell me a little more about that.
I actually started at MAC Cosmetics, and I did 3 years there, and then I moved to NYX Cosmetics, and I did 2 years there. So I've been working in makeup retail for 5 solid years, and that really is where I learned a lot of basics for makeup. And then after I had this base and then worked in makeup retail, there was a lot of really incredible, talented people that I was around. They were just all incredible people that showed me different techniques and different styles and different trends even. And then after makeup retail, it's just basics. You have to then learn how to work with your face. So it's been just trial and error ever since.
Well, the practice must have paid off, because your makeup is stunning. And not only that, but you have an array of wonderful looks showcased on your Instagram. But out of all of them, which one would you say is your favorite?
I guess my favorite look, just because it was so over the top, is I love piñatas. I think they're the cutest things ever, and like, they're the best for a party. They're like the best. They're filled with love. So I did a piñata dress look, I'm gonna say like 4 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago. And it was definitely my favorite because it's just a burst of color. It's over the top, it's dramatic, it's drag, but it's also costume. So I love that combination of drag and costume.
You're gonna have to send me pics of that because that sounds so fun. Pinatas are the best because they're full of surprises and you get to beat the shit out of it. Another thing that's been full of surprises and beat the shit out of me has been Get Dragged. What's been your favorite part of Get Dragged so far? Well, besides winning.
So my favorite part of Get Dragged so far, honestly, was the audition slash tagline challenge. Like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I'm gonna come off as funny. You know, talking to a screen is way different than talking to a human being. So I was just worried that it was gonna flop terribly, and when the finished product was done, it was great because it really just showed that I can do this. I can make content in my basement, it can be funny and it can be cute. So that was my favorite part for sure. And then of course I would actually even throw in there seeing everyone else's audition, because Elvira's really did try to put together a really diverse group of people. So it was really cool to see kind of who I'm competing against, but more specifically seeing all the different styles of drag.
I loved your audition, GoGo. It was so funny and I feel like it really showcased who you are as a person and a drag artist. It also showcased your giant collection of stuffed animals. Just how many of those do you have, girl?
I don't know how many stuffed animals I have, for sure. I was obsessed when I was younger, and I don't know, probably like 200 Beanie Babies specifically. It was an obsession that I just never got rid of. So there's like a big tub of them over there, and I'm so glad I kept them because I've used them so many times recently when doing videos at home.
Well, I'd ask you which one is your favorite, but since you have like hundreds, that may be kind of hard. But with Get Dragged, there's only 7 other competitors, not including yourself. So that should be a little bit easier to decide like who's your favorite. Like if you have a favorite. Do you have a favorite, GoGo?
Or fuck you, it's you, but okay.
I knew that, but the people didn't, and they want to know more. So tell us more about your favorite, GoGo.
It's not nice to pick favorites, but Stelia, you're technically my favorite. We've just had great conversations about, you know, like little things from like our drag to what we want to do to the competition. So technically it's you.
Well, you know what they say, if you can't win, at least be the winner's favorite. And don't tell the other girls, but you're my favorite too. You won't have to tell the other girls because they're gonna watch this and hear it straight from the source. Anyways, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me for an interview, GoGo. I've really enjoyed having you here.
I just want to thank you for doing this, like taking on another project, and wanting to talk to us. So I'm really stoked to be here.
Of course, GoGo. This has been a lot of work, but it's been really fun, and I've really enjoyed the opportunity to get to know you all and to showcase you even more than you already have been in Get Dragged. And thank you to the viewers for watching, all 7 of you. I really enjoy having you here each week, and I hope to see you back next week to see who's gonna be interviewed next.